Hello. Hello, everyone. Turn this down. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. I hope everyone's doing awesome. Um, okay. If you're watching live, comment live. If you're watching the replay, definitely comment replay. Um, if you're watching live, let me know. I'd love to know. Let me see. Hey, Maraja. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to all of you. Um, okay, so let's just relax. Relax. Um, Everybody right now is doing exactly what is necessary for them. And I think that right now, um, we're just in a season where the unknown is here. And I shared in my stories how I believe there's so many just all this elevation is happening, all this evolution is happening. Ages are shifting. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not stopping my routine. I'm very spiritually in tune. Anybody that talk to you and tell you about me, they know too. I got a text message from a friend of mine this morning, and she was like, I remember you said a year ago that women will need to get back in their bodies because it's going to come a time where they are going to have to lean and depend on themselves. And she said, and I'm seeing it. Like, I'm seeing how a lot of women are just like struggling right now and struggling with themselves. And I said, yeah, it's real talk. I knew these days were coming. You got to prepare. Like, you have to prepare. And so if you don't prepare, what happens is that you start leaning depending on other people because you didn't prepare. So anyway, I'm I'm Coach J. I'm a business and leadership coach, but I definitely help my clients with emotional intelligence, emotional management, and the law of assumption. I'm really good at messaging and content, but when it comes down to business models and stuff like that, I have that down to a T. But the upside of what I do is that I advise women to lean and depend on themselves and to make their own decisions, because what we want to do is we want to encourage people to be independent. We want to encourage people to be autonomous, that they are enough. Like, there's nothing wrong with building communities, but I'm not a leader over anything, right? No one is a leader over anybody. You need to strive for a life where you are not depending on other people to tell you what to do. So I want to make sure it is very clear. I think that's the thing, is that we're so addicted. And if you're, like I said, if you're watching live, comment live, give me some hearts if you are here. Um, and we're just gonna enjoy this day. Like, we're gonna enjoy this day. Another thing is, like, it's y'all have got to start, like, it's okay to listen to yourself. It's okay to start listening to self. It's okay to start listening to your inner you. But you gotta let go of ego as well. So if you're walking in fear today and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know if I should watch it. I don't know if I should stay inside. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm looking for people to tell me what I should do. Okay, so number one, get still. Get still, please. Get still. It's too much. It's too much. Like, get still and stop running and trying to find somebody to tell you what to do. I love that. Mirage, you should say I'm spending, this time mapping out my desires, manifestations, and goals. Like, most of the stuff that you are mapping out, like, it's already in you. You've just now got to a place where you're like, man, this is a portal right here. Why do you think that there's so much fight? There's so much fight out here that everybody is a guru. Everybody's telling you what you should be doing. I'm here to tell you I'm on the side of neutrality, and I'm on the side of women making their own decisions that's best for them, between them and their divine, in the divine. I want you to do what's best for you. I want you to do what's best for you. I think you should journal. I think you should definitely start documenting what you're feeling, documenting how you're feeling, and documenting what's going on around you. There's going to be a need for oracles. There's going to be, and you probably have been called to be an oracle, but you need to walk in that light. You need to walk in that truth and stop walking in fear. Hey, Sasha. Ria says, Ria or Raya. I want to make sure I'm saying that right. Hello, good morning. I'm new here. Welcome. Another thing too, and I'm going to say this, I'm going to be through with it. If you identify, and you hear what I said, identify, which means this is what you call yourself. If you identify as a Christian, okay, which means that I love everybody, okay? So I was raised Christian, I'm spiritual, but I love everybody. I can't love God and not love everybody, right? And I am not here to tell anybody and force anybody into a damnation, right? That's not my job. But I am going to tell you that if you identify as Christian, which is the dominant religion here in America, right? Make sure your heart is pure, okay? Making sure that your heart is pure. What do I mean by that? That means that you can't be walking around here and spreading, this fear-based mentality. Stop doing that to yourself. Stop doing that to other people. Because I really believe it's a mental health thing. I think it's a byproduct of a mental health issue. Like, stop putting yourself through this inner chaos. Well, what would you do? Jesus come back. If Jesus come back, great. You can't be no more ready than you were yesterday. And don't get offended. Because I strongly believe this, the planet is not going anywhere. The planet is not going anywhere. And that's me. The planet's not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. It's ages. Ages are turning, not you. Read your Bible. Some of y'all don't even read that thing. Read it. It says it. And you better be careful, because even it said that the very elect will be deceived. You being looked up and you being on another planet as a slave. So you better be quiet, because the meek shall inherit the earth. Where are you going? This is your home. You better look and live. Y'all better start reading that Bible. Oh, Jesus is coming back and getting us. Christ shall return. Christ is love. Mariah, and I go by right. Gotcha, Raya. So she said, today I plan to write out my thoughts, meditate, and work on things for my business, as well as watch the Eclipse. Yes, I do believe it will be enlightening, powerful. Because I think like this too, right? Is that you have people that are saying, oh my gosh, so many things happening. So this is a fear-based mentality, right? So this is a fear-mongering. Okay, fear-mongering is real. Fear is fuel. I want you to always remember that. Fear is fuel. Fuel for who? I'm going to say this, and I pray I don't get like taken down. Or you have systems, the world, and then you have earth, which is the Lord's. Okay, Lord, law. Lord equals law. You know that, right? Okay. When you think about Lord, you think about principle. Okay. That's principle. So I want you to always think about this. Well, Jesus, and see, I'm gonna go here. Christ is returning. Christ. It's the Christ, it's the head, it's the covering, it's the office of Christ, right? It's not Jesus, his last name is not Christ, it's his office. And there's no fear when you are in God, like you're operating in God. So why? So let me go back to what I was saying because I'm gonna get off. So if you have the world in its systems, pay attention because this is gonna be a revelation for some of y'all. It's there is a need for fear. You have two spiritual entities operating in this realm at the same time. The law of duality. Okay. It's the law of duality. You have this over here and this over here. You have up and down, left and right. So it's either you got to be over here or over here, right? So it's two different rounds, two different dimensions is going on at the same time, and they want you to choose which one you're gonna do. So you can't be in the middle. You can't be fear and over here at the same time. You can't even ride that. You have to choose which one you're gonna ride with. Okay, so you got the systems in the world, which is the evil. You got the what is it called? The right brain, and then you got the left. You got the masculine and you got the feminine. You've got over here and you got over there. So you got two different things that's going on, extremities. What do I mean? Where am I going with this? Jay, get to the point. The point of the matter is that today is really marking this understanding of you're going to see attacks. And when I say attacks, I'm not saying you're being attacked. I'm saying you're going to see attacks. Okay. You're going to see with your eye. And this is where you got to turn your spiritual eye on and stop looking through the lens of your pastor and your bishop and your prophetess. You got to start looking through the eyes of who God is to you. And if God is of love, you got to understand that they are attacking love. Love should be your religion. Love is God. So if God is love, why in the world are they shooting these three things up into the eclipse? Okay, so there is a lot of stuff going on in the spirit realm that y'all are not looking. You too busy worried about the witches are trying to cast a spell on Christians. I saw that meme yesterday and I thought that was the most silliest thing. Like there are children being trafficked. Okay. Their children being trafficked. Their children being sacrificed. Their children being abused as I speak. You think that people finna waste their prayers and root work on a group of people? It's just so silly to me. If you believe that is you and you believe that people are trying to cast spells on you, please stop. We got too much work to do and we're trying to restore this planet. And nobody has time to be praying over some Christians, okay? Even if you identify one and you think that that's it, that you right, you right, apostle. Please stop. There are women that are being great. And you think we're going to sit up here and pray for you? And pray to my nobody has that kind of time. We got children that needs to be rescued. We got children that are praying and nothing is happening on their behalf. That's why I said we have children that are missing in places underground. We have better things to think about. We have better things and better work to do for these children. Who's going to stand in the gap for the babies? Nobody, right? So what's going on? Why is your focus on the self-righteousness. There's an attack on this planet. I see that goes in one ear and out the other, because I'm not talking about like your specific situation. Oh, I'm trying to get a job, and God is like, I'm trying to get, like, yes, you want a job. Yes, you want to make money. Yes, you want your business to thrive. Yes, you want to make sure that you're good. But then there's also a mission. There's a bigger mission. And what you are seeing is a great shift and a great divide. And see, some people are so obsessed with Jesus coming back and hurry up and get up out of here. Your plan, your home is in battle right now. They're getting ready to go to Mars. Do you know that? I hope y'all are following. Ooh, being exposed all myself on here. The the planet. The planet is stressing out. Mother Earth is in labor. So they are preparing people. And I'm gonna say this, and because I need to document this. I need to go ahead and say this. I'm gonna put this on YouTube too. I'm not gonna just keep it on Facebook, because I'm gonna start being bold and brave to what I be seeing in the spirit realm. And again, you test the spirit. If what I'm not saying is true, it's gonna come up, right? So again, you test the spirit, and you go and you pray and you meditate. So don't take what I say as, oh, she's telling the truth, and it's the fact. I want you to test the spirit, okay? What I see, right, is there is going to be a new reckoning of propaganda, right? It's going to get, and this is, in again, going back to what I said, the two sides. There's the systems of the world, and then there's the plan. There's the earth that is the Lord's, which is the law. So the higher vibration, the higher frequency, which is the love, the care, the service to all. Be of service and in service to all. That's on this side. Okay, that's the earth. That's the support. That's the community. That's the alignment. That's the no fear based zone. Okay, this is totally different. This is spirituality. This is where limitations are, like, you don't have any limitations in this realm. Dominance over here. There's no fear over here. Then you have the systems of the world, which is all ego, all fear, all I'm scared, all of what if this happens, all of running to and fro, weeping, gnashing of teeth, being devoured, right? So the enemy looking for someone to validate them, feeding on fear, needing someone to handle them, needing someone to manage over them, needing someone to tell them what to do. That's over here. That's the people that don't have any sense of independence or God within, because their God is man. Their God is the system. Their God is money. Their God is power, ego power. Heavy in religion. You care more about this, my church is the bomb, other than my God is amazing. Well, can you do both? Either you're going to be a clique or a country club, or you're going to see God in everything. Which one is it going to be? Y'all better be careful of that. I used to be in that, but I used to always think it was really weird and cult-like. Because why can't you be free and just enjoy, like, church against church, religion against religion, denomination against denomination. See, when I start talking like that, people start logging off because you don't want to hear that because my church is the best. No, that is elitism. And there's no way you can thrive on it. That's why a lot of people are so ready to go. They're so ready. Like, I am anticipating God, Jesus, crack the sky so they can just take me instead of making the world better, instead of making the planet better, instead of be of service to people and having integrity, instead of focusing on what's in front of them. You so ready to go. That's why I said, come on. I want Jesus to come on and get y'all. Take you on. Take you on, because that's just too much. Why would you say that? No, come and get them. Because with all this fear and all this, it's just, why would you want to live like that? Just come on, please. You live and you come into a ram and you're ready to go as soon as you get here. Anyway, this is the time we're going to have to choose ye this day. I want y'all to know that the whole world is watching. The whole world is watching this land. They're watching America. They're watching real hard because this is the only place where this really is being seen. Like right now, it's starting to, like, the portal is now happening. So by what, 1, 2 o'clock, depending on what time zone, because I know it's supposed to pass around my area around maybe between 1:45 and 2. So I'm Central Standard Time. I am going to get my daughter early from school because I don't want to be in the traffic, because it's going to be traffic. And I'm in Memphis, so it's very close to totality, but I won't see the totality. It's going to be in Arkansas, like not far from here. But I'm going to get my baby because I don't want to be sitting in traffic. And the traffic is going to be pretty bad. But what I'm trying to also say is you have to do what is best for you. And I know that this is what I've just said is a little bit of an ick, but I need y'all to search your heart. Like, search your heart. Search your heart and say, do I have issues with other people? Why do I have jealousy in my heart? Like, let me deal with that. Am I mad at somebody for nothing? That's something that I'm insecure about. Like, let me search my heart for stuff like that. Like, why am I feeling this way about this person? Because if something was to happen and we had to lean and depend on each other and start all over again, the new heaven and the new earth, like, you can't be in the new earth and you still jealous of somebody because of what they said to you 2 years ago. Like, you have to let that stuff go because we have to work together. I really believe that there's going to be a sense of the propaganda is going to get so bad. It's going to get so bad here after this. It's the same as it was in 2017. It's the same as it was in 2017, and it ushered in a new era. This is going to be the same type of moving in because we're going into 2030. The propaganda is going to get horrible. You're going to start seeing phenomena. I'm going to be honest with you. Some of y'all that's been doing the work on yourself, like some of y'all that have not been doing the work on yourself. And when I say doing the work, you know what I'm talking about. Doing the work means meditation, cleansing your spirit, cleansing your heart, getting rid of fear, because you're going to start seeing stuff that's going to freak you out, and they're going to try to make it seem like you have mental health issues. So if you are not working on your body and getting in your body and staying in your body, you're going to have a hard time, because the veil is lifted, baby. You're going to start seeing more and more phenomena. You're going to start seeing things in the sky. You're going to start seeing beings more and more and more. And if you are not careful, you'll think you're hallucinating when it's actually you're just walking in a realm and the veil is lifted. And you think it's something wrong with you and that you're going crazy. Why can't you just see the being and, move accordingly? See, this even discernment. because you got to know which entity is cool and which entity you need to be like, okay, I need some help from you, honey. Because there's going to be different beings walking around. They already trying to tell you there's going to be demon-like faces that's going to be seen. I have seen people's eyes turn black. See, I'm fine. Don't get me started. Because then you'll be thinking like, well, what's wrong with Coach J? And ain't nothing wrong with me. I've already been doing the work. I've already been purged of the systems of the world. Like all that anxiety and all the depression and all of that extra, that's all a part of systems. That's why I told y'all it's just capitalism. Women need to learn how to manage themselves through a system. No one is coming to get you. This is the age of divine feminine. You got to learn how to use your intelligence. You got to learn how to use your spiritual power. God has given you all what you need to exist and thrive now. You're on the edge because you're still relying on the God who is the man who is your God. That is over. We're moving into the Aquarian era. We're in the Aquarian era. This means individualism. That means that you can't rely on people to tell you what to do anymore. That was Pisces. This is why men are having a hard time, because they have always walked around here being depended on. Now that women are walking in a different level and a different awareness and consciousness, they're tweaking out of control. I told my friend, I told her the same thing. I said, listen, give it 2 to 3 years. And these men are going to wake up and they're going to say, I got to get myself together. And I know some of y'all are saying, well, they're already doing it. I'm talking about in mass. You're going to see it in mass. And they're going to be genuine about it. They're not going to be doing it just so they can get women. There's going to be some men that's going to do it because they just want women. But there's going to be a lot of them that are going to say, I got to get myself together, because they know. It messes with men when they find out that they are not really needed. They have to make themselves useful, because women are the divine mothers. Like we are the divine mother. I don't know why y'all be fighting this stuff. They're waking up something. Now they're mad right now. A lot of them are mad right now. And that's okay. Let them be mad. Nothing is going to happen to you. You're going to be fine. Get spiritual. Learn what it looks like to look a man deep in the eye to the point where he fall on his knees. Learn how to do that. Ooh, Jay. Okay, so I'm gonna say this too, because I need to say this out loud. You have 3 entities that's gonna be lining up today. Some people saying that it's Nubaru and all this stuff, so it's not a Nubaru. It's the moon. It's fine. It's the moon. It's the sun, the moon, and the earth are going to be in direct alignment today. It's a solar eclipse. And that is the truth. It's not the Nubaru or anything like that. I know people wanted to believe it's the Nubaru. It's not the Nubaru. It's not. It's the mother, earth, father, the moon, which is spirit, which is the feminine, and the sun, which is the masculine. The Holy Family is uniting. That's what is happening. And there's the changing of the guards, baby. It's the changing of the guards. It's the changing of the guards. It's the changing of the guards. I know this messes with y'all, and it's like, girl, what are you talking about? Just because today I'm talking and you think that it's going to be immediate turnaround in the next 24 to 48 hours, I want you to hold this, what I'm telling you here, because a year from now, you'll be coming back to this video and you're going to say, I remember you said that. Just watch. Watch. It's okay. I'm cool with that. She said, S.CP. She said, absolutely. They've already stated this. Stated what? I'm late. Tell me what they have already stated. It's literally the mother, spirit, and the son. So there's a holy family. The planet represents that. But America is going through a judgment season. Not you. Not you. You're not going through judgment. There's some people that think that they're going to, like, oh my gosh, we're going to go through so much. You're going to be fine. If you're holding on to love and you're holding on to spirit and you're holding on to God being your protector and your provider through this, because the Holy Mother and the Holy Father there's a unification going on here. That right there is giving you everything you need to know, because why would God put his daughters, his sons in harm's way? What is happening? There's attack. The 3 rockets that NASA is launching into the eclipse is an attack. That's why you have the Space Force. Let me find out that the Space Force is doing that. There is something that they are trying to attack. And it's funny that it's happening with this one, because they know. They know. First of all, America got to pay for its sins. They ain't did that yet. Come on, somebody. I better. I'm Terror Discern is already on. That's why I just posted on my TikTok stories. I said, CERN, they already turned it on. It's been on. It's been they turned on ahead of schedule. They was like, oh, it's already on. That's what I'm saying. Like, people were like, oh, turn the collider on. Baby, it's on. They turned it on early. Y'all know I follow CERN. I remember when they turned it on the first time. There's an attack. They're trying to get ahead of this thing. That's why the same day they turned it on is when the earthquake happened in Jersey. Jersey, New York area. Yeah, don't get me started. Don't get me started on this stuff, because I got to go to work. Yep, CERN is on. Y'all need to go look it up, because I follow CERN's people. I follow the YouTube channel. When they go live, I'll be watching. They do all types of rituals and they do all types of things in their place. That's also the reason why I feel like CERN is in Switzerland. And if you ever seen Switzerland, like if you go on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube and you see how, like, Switzerland is among one of the most beautiful places on earth. Like, it truly looks like heaven. There's a reason why it's so perfect there. They have to keep all that right there pure because of what's going on underground. There is a completely different world. And that's what I'm saying. America got to pay for its sins. The West has to pay for their sins. They have sins that they have not confessed to. And that is the reason why they are fighting back. The system is fighting back. Hear what I'm saying. NASA is not a reputable organization. Y'all know that. See, I'm life path 9. After I'm done. I ain't coming back. So I don't care no more. So you can probably think, girl, this girl is crazy. That's fine. NASA is not a reputable organization, honey. They are fighting the power that is going to be on judgment for America. America is not in its right standing. Yes. Yes. There's always been beings here. We just haven't seen them. But a lot of us, when you start to cleanse and you start to really do the work on yourself, you will start to see more and more of them. But right now, it's really whether you're ready or not going into this next, because eclipses, they represent not only just a cosmic event, but it does have a sense of there's a shift happening on the planet per where area that is affected. So right now, America is on the radar. Like, it's judgment time for America. This is the reason why you're going to hear a whole lot of stuff going on, and which is, have always been the case, but the programming is going to get so deep for some of you. So if you are already like in knee deep in fear and I'm scared and I got so much anxiety and all this kind of stuff, like, I need you to calm yourself down. All you need to do is go get you some popcorn and sit back and watch the events. And I'll put this here. If they mention of a ship, don't get on it. That's all I'm going to say. If there's mention of a ship, I need you to meditate first. Get some answers within. But I highly advise that you don't get on it. You're going to hear people that's going to tell you get on it. Like, you need to get on the ship. Jesus, God is coming back to get his kids. Where are you going? You can't go with a body. You can't get on that thing with this body, child. You cannot do that. Where you going? The meek shall inherit the earth. This is your planet. This is your house. This is your home. So why would people that don't belong here, because of the fear that is going to be so engrossed by them, they're going to have to go to terrorize another planet? But if you're in right standing, in integrity, and in light, and in love, and in service to all, you're fine. And it really doesn't matter what color you see. And this is another thing too. Some people are going to talk about, well, Black people, white people, whatever. It really doesn't matter what color you are, because I'm going to tell you this. Those whose heart is in right standing with love, which love is who God. We're talking about the planet. We're talking about the systems. So y'all be careful to listen to people that are all about race and all about these people are going to get this and these people. Be careful of all that talk over there, because that's also division. Because why would you not want to live in harmony with your brothers and sisters? God created different colors and different shades for creation purposes, for beauty purposes, for the beauty of creation. If you got people over here talking about the race and the this and the that, like, I beg of you, don't listen to those people. I'm not supposed to be prejudiced, and nobody is supposed to be prejudiced if they're in love. There is no such thing as prejudice in love. I can't love you and think some kind of way about you. Be careful of that. There are going to be people that are going to, and it's going to, no matter what race they are, there are going to be people right here that are so fearful, that are so toxic, that are so mean, they're so volatile, that are so hostile, that are so ego driven and ego deep. And it doesn't matter what color they are, because I'm going to tell you this, it's a lot of people, even Black men, Black women, they are mean and condescending and wish hate and wish you. There are people right now. Like, we just saw a coach or a course creator get sentenced. Like, she's going into sentencing for wishing or paying for somebody to go and kill somebody. See, stuff like that all they gotta go. All that type of foolishness has to go. but stick around. That's what I said, from age to age. In times is evolution. There are people that gotta go. Because they're not evolving. It's the end of the world, end of the system, end of the world, end of that. That's different. The old earth will pass away. There's going to have to be a rebuilding process. That's why I said the men are going to get themselves together. It's taking them a minute. Anybody said it was going to be easy to see all this happening. Y'all know that, right? It's not going to be easy to see healing happen on the planet. It's not going to be easy, because a lot of people right now is going to feel abandoned. They're going to feel, that's why individualism is necessary, because you're going to have to learn how to manage this on your own. There's a reason for everything. What is happening right now is not there's a reason why men are acting up. That's why I want y'all to stop, like, why men that men used to be that I just want to you need to sit down and do your own work. There's a reason why these men are not are acting a fool. They have to stop. The systems are changing. It's the age of divine feminine. Why can't you stand on your own and learn how to do your own work? Y'all quiet. Why? America got to pay for its sins. Okay? They have to pay for their sins. The system has to pay for their sins, not you. Cleanse your heart of that stuff. Stop all that religion and all that stuff. To stop damning people to hell. There's a hell and a heaven going on at the same time. Don't get me started. There's a people right now that's going through their hellfire right now. And there's also children that need to be recovered. We need to be like going in the standing in the gap spiritually for those children so they can come out of that. That in itself is a demonic practice all in itself. But nobody is even thinking about that, which is really sad to me. So y'all need to like think about what you're saying before you say it. And you need to think about how you're feeling. Like, your problems can be fixable because you control your own problem and you can control your own solution. But there are people like the children who cannot see their own solution. Those babies need to be rescued, and they're being judged for that. Those systems are being judged for fear and using the fear of children for fuel. And see, I don't got no hearts. Nobody saying nothing on there. I don't know if y'all hear what I'm saying, or is it making sense on what I'm saying? And see, nobody wants to talk about the children. That's why I asked y'all a long time ago. If you've been following me for a while, I always ask, like, is anybody, like, more people are caring about their loins and dating and mating and, I want to be with somebody and I'm ready to date. Where are your children? Are they okay? Where are your nieces and nephews? Does anybody ask the children how they're doing? I said, you're so focused on your loins and being satisfied. But meanwhile, the children are suffering. Why do you think Gen Z and Gen Alpha right now, like, you have children right now, Gen Alpha, what is under 12 years old, Beta is being born either this year or next year. Beta is coming in, Generation Beta. These children are going to come in very spiritually in tune. This is the ushering of the human hybrids. They're coming in. Y'all don't have long, okay? You're going to probably see the beginning of it, but then you're not going to be here long. You need to be able to stand firm and be able to pass down these stories. Well, everybody is not going to hear what I'm saying right there because you think that everything is going to be based off 2000. I want y'all to look at this. Is so good. This is so good. I need y'all to hear what I'm saying. Every 2100 years, there's a shifting of the new age. Did you know that? Age of whatever. We just finished. We're finishing up. We're wrapping up age of Pisces. Tarot, that's good. I'm about to address that in just a minute because yes, things are going to be accelerated. And if you don't have your roots, if you don't have your root chakra together, if you don't have your crown, your third eye, and your heart right, like in alignment, you're going to struggle. Stop doing low dimensional, low frequency stuff. Stop doing all this. Stop getting drunk and drinking all the time. Like, stop doing all this stuff. Stop feeding your body all this alcohol. I'm going to get wasted. Why are you getting wasted? You're wasting time. You need to be able to see what's going on and stop giving your body and lending it out. Because when y'all are getting drunk and doing all this stuff, you are lowering the frequency of your own spirit so that another spirit can enter into your body. That's all you're doing. That's why they call it wine and spirits. Spirits entering your body to use it for whatever. Duh. And then you wake up the next day, girl, what happened? I don't even know what I did. Girl, you was all... Why would you want that kind of story? Be of service. Be of service. That's your biggest job right now, is to be in service and be of service. That's your job. If men come to you talking about, well, what about, do you want to get married and have more children? Are you, start asking them. So when are you going to line up to what God says for you? Are you going to line up in your kingship? When are you going to do that? You're asking me, do I want more kids? Are you aligning up to your kingship? What are you doing? What kind of work are you doing on yourself? If they start glitching, if they start short circuiting, then it's no. What kind of work have you done on yourself? Are you going to therapy? Are you healing? Are you meditating? He gonna be like, what? Those are the genes we're not passing down. So Tara said, I teach children and they are not okay. A lot of them are already highly medicated. And that's another thing. I do believe autistic children. I do believe children with ADHD. I do believe children with depression and high anxiety. They're coming in as spiritual beings and they're seeing things. They're hearing things. They see and they see things spiritually. They have dreams and visions. And because this generation, because the generations before them have been so heavily relied on the systems of this world, they don't know how to properly guide this incoming generation, but throw them on some meds. That's why I said sometimes y'all are saying y'all children can't focus in school. Y'all do know that the educational system is outdated. It's severely, it's an indoctrination system. We already know that. And y'all are putting them on these pills and stuff. Now I understand these children see past all this stuff. They're bored. There's not going to be any jobs for them 20 years from now. Y'all do realize that too. There ain't no jobs going to be for them 10 years from now. So when they say they want to create, they know what they're talking about. I just want to be an influencer. I want to be on YouTube. I want to be, that's actually, these are careers now. 60-75% of jobs are going to AI. I don't know why y'all are fighting that either. Y'all are just like the NASA missiles that's going into the eclipse. You fighting God. How you gonna launch missiles against God's work? Like, really? Don't make no sense. You're attacking God's creation. Like, that's God's work. These children come in, they know what they want to do. Watch them, listen to them. A lot of adults that go through ups and downs and things like that, that see things, and you're trying to navigate through capitalism. That's why I told y'all women are fine. Women are perfect. Women are okay. It's not your fault. There's nothing wrong with women. I wish y'all would like hold it. There's nothing that you need to do extra except for get through this. You need to do what is necessary to keep your nervous system stable. Does that help you? There's nothing wrong with you. I'm just procrastinating. Like, yeah, procrastination. So you just need to learn how to be here. I told y'all, Age of Aquarius, you're going to have to teach people how to be here. If you're going to be here, you got to learn how to be here. There is no such thing as I can't take it anymore. Yes, you can. You just need to learn how to be here. You may have to stay up a little later to read some books. You may have to stay up a little later or wake up a little earlier to study and take a class on emotional intelligence. A lot of y'all are suffering from soft skills, communication, how to finish things, finish projects. Wake up. Stop dragging your feet on things and learn how to be here. You got to be your own inner mother and inner father. Learn how to self-parent. Learn how to self-mother. You can't go back to 10 years old and try to figure out why your mama yelled at you when you were 10. That's over. You're a grown woman now. You got to grow up. Some of y'all want a husband so bad and want to go out on dates and basics impress you. That is ridiculous. Get yourself in alignment. Drink more water. Eat more fruit. Bless your food. Go to bed on time. Have a night routine. Have a morning routine. Write down your to-do list. Speak over your day. Say what you're going to do and do what you say you're going to do. Stop trying to wait on somebody to tell you what to do and just do what you want to do. There's nothing wrong with being advised. There's nothing wrong with getting some insight, but ultimately you need to be the chief decision maker over your life. Stop waiting on somebody to tell you what to do. Stop arguing with people. Stop having to have the last word. You ain't got to have the last word. Girl, you over there talking crazy. You talking crazy. That's fine. Create new laws for your household. Create new structure for your household. If you don't have children yet, get yourself in alignment. Because God is about to bless you with some born and unborn children. And when I say born and unborn, that means spiritual and physical. You're going to get some spiritual daughters. Some of y'all going to be 30 years old and people going to see you as a mother. Some of you are going to be 40 years old and people are going to see you as an elder. Because the elders are too busy shaking their tail online. People, we are sleeping with our elders now. So who going to rise up? There are girls sleeping with people, with men that should be their grandfathers, great grandfathers. They are having a mid and in life crisis because they're going to be forgotten. So they're trying to hold on to their youth as much as possible. But some of y'all are being called to a higher beings. You're calling to go higher. A lot of you are going to be called spiritual mothers. Like I said, at 35 years old, are you ready for that? Because your wisdom is going to far exceed your age. The 50, 60, 70-year-old women are emotionally immature. Not all of them, but a lot of them don't know where they're coming and going. They need handling. And most of their ideologies are still rooted in a you're over there, I'm over here thing. Anything that is separatist and division centric, that is against love. Y'all gonna have people calling you and telling you, can you please give me some wisdom? You're gonna be 28 years old. And you're like, I'm just like 28. It doesn't matter your age now. You're gonna see 21, 25-year-old girls that's got the age and the wisdom. I'm sorry, not the age, the wisdom and the discernment of a way older woman. They're gonna be like tribal mothers. They're gonna be coming to them for medicines. Like some of y'all need to get your apothecaries together, your medicines, your mixtures. Like people are gonna be coming to you for more things and coming to you for help. I told y'all the grandfathers and the grandmothers and the great grandmothers, honey, they looking for the time. They looking for somebody to. They supposed to be giving wisdom, and they too busy gyrating on TikTok and being handled. But anyway, focus. If you want to go outside, go outside. If spirit is telling you to stay in, make sure it's spirit telling you and not somebody you heard off of YouTube. Make sure it's spirit. Make sure you test the spirit. Even what I just said, test the spirit and say, okay, is Jay bonkers or is she really telling the truth? And the truth will play out in time. Lies will play out in time. Just because it ain't coming true right when I said it, it can come true later. See? Even that. So you have to start guarding your hearts. You got to start letting people be like, okay, let people be people right now. You know, everything that's going on right now, and I'm going to say this and let me get off of here. Right now, there's a lot of people just going back and forth about what they should be doing. And Jay, what do I need to look for? Jay, what do I need to be? Right now, your focus needs to be on your hearts and your identity. Your heart and your identity. Your heart and who you say you are. Who God says you are. I'm taking my vitamins. Who God says you are. So if that is not the case, if you don't have time to do that, you need to start asking yourself, like, why am I having such a hard time focusing on myself? What am I doing right now? Like, why am I in fear? Why can't I call things down? Right? Why can't I call things down? Why am I stuck? You're stuck because you want to be stuck and you need to figure out, I need to get unstuck. Get some help for that. You can get some help for that. You can get some help from that. Start being on guard. If you got to take a nap today, take a nap. If it's too much, women, especially like the feminine, if you need a nap, get you a nap. Get yourself ready. If you're working for corporate right now and you know you're not supposed to be there, I've told y'all, to me, corporations are anti-feminine, anti-woman. So you need to start getting yourself together, get up out of there. Thank you, Nadia. Yeah, get yourself in alignment, because people fail to realize, like, when you do things and you're not energetically in alignment, you're gonna loop and you're gonna go right back because you're not ready. So the thing is, like, what do I need to do to prepare myself that when I step into this work and I step into owning things and owning my way and owning and creating, because this is the thing, you're not supposed to be relying on anybody but God. You're supposed to be in right, like-minded community. You are supposed to be aligned with your soul community. SOUL, soul community. Soul is people who are in tune with the spirit realm. So if you are not in a soul community, you are in an ego community. An ego community is they're dependent on one another. Everything is dependence. What is everybody else doing? What are you doing? If you gonna do it too, okay, I'll do it too, because it's fear. Look, what's the intent? Well, I don't want to do it because I don't want God to get me, and I don't want. Okay, so why would God get you? Why would God punish you for something? Like, why are we going that way? I just want to make sure. But make sure what? Why are you anxious? You can't hear from God and depend on systems at the same time. That's in the middle. That's why I say get yourself together when you're not dependent on these systems to tell you what to do and tell you you're always wrong, and you need to clean yourself up and you need to be ready. If I say that one more time, I'm probably gonna scream. Get ready. Get ready for what? And the people that's telling you to get ready, they don't even know what get ready is. They don't even know what that means. What does that look like? I don't know. Just be ready. Do you love everybody? If you cut somebody out this morning, get that together. Because there's some people that's mean. Get yourself together. Do what you need to do to fix it. Stop going back and forth, right? Stop going back and forth. Do what you say you're going to do. If you say that you are going to lean and depend more on God than you do a system, because it's going to come a day, and it's coming. There's going to come a day where you won't have nobody to call and say, pray for me. You're not going to be able to go to a church service and say, I need some help. A lot of this stuff that's coming up right now, the great awakening. This is the great. Okay, we're going into a new era. I told y'all that we're going to a new age. It's gonna come a time where you're gonna be trying to depend on a system, and the system is gone. It's being dismantled. You need to learn how to be self-reliant on spirit. Learn to meditate. I can't. Yes, you can. That's you. That's your ego talking. Yes, you can meditate. And what is meditation? Whatever it is that aligns you with spirit. So if it's stopping your thoughts, or if it's to create a new life, it's to visualize, if it's to just steal your mind and empty a lot of those negative thoughts, you're going to have to learn how to slow your brain down. Your brain is retaining millions of pieces of information every minute. Processing information, processing. You are telling yourself that you don't know how to meditate, and you can't meditate because your mind trained. Anything that's worth eternal, you train yourself on. That's good right there. Learn how to discipline yourself. I've always had somebody take care of me. Okay, well, take care of you. Learn how to take care of yourself. Learn how to pay your bills on time. Put your bills together and say, I want to start my business. What's the first thing I need to do to start my business? What do I need to do now to focus on growing my business? This takes discipline. Yes, Nolly, she said people have become so dependent on having something or someone to lean on. These are the times right now you ain't gonna have no man to depend on. You look how they acting out. Some of them can't even wash their tail right. You got men right now got holes in the walls, sleeping on air mattresses, talking about, but you need to choose better. And these are the same men that you want to get themselves together so they can take care of you. They're not able to do that. They can't. When that ship gets in the air and they're going to think it's Jesus, and because they haven't gotten themselves together to understand, they're going to get on that ship and it's going to blow up as soon as they get in another round. If they're not, look, they're going to another slave system. Learn how to discipline yourself. You're going to see a little bit of that new age, and then you have to go. Generation Alpha and Beta are going to be the beginners. You see what I'm saying? Z is it. Z is the end of the age. Generation Z is it. Alpha and Beta are going to be the Genesis. They are the Aquarian age babies. Millennials, you need to you need to get ready to start wrapping up. So you need to make sure you are doing what you're supposed to do to Oracle and to document so you can pass it down to your grandkids, or pass it down because it's going to be a new Genesis. See, when I start talking like that, you ain't ready for that. Y'all better wake up. You think it's just one Bible? You think it's one Christ? Read the book of Enoch. We the Aquarian gospel of Jesus Christ. There's a Christ for every age. Did you know that? See, free thinkers are the enemies of the system. See, when people start getting tense about talking about things that are outside the system, and I need you to hold this in your belly and digest this. You are going to come. You're going to be very nervous because it's like, I've been taught this my whole life. It's called indoctrination. It's in your muscle. This is the 2,000 years. So Christ existed 2,000 years. We're coming up on 2100s. We're coming up on it. Alpha and Beta are coming in as the new babies of the Aquarian age. Okay? There's Alpha, there's the beginning. It's a new beginning. Z is it. That is the last class. Think. Millennium, you're the turn. Xers are just walking. They just walking around. That's the silent. They the real silent generation. Millennials, you are after the chaos. You're the spiritual being of this. That's why you're going through so much right now. The systems stop with you. You are the stoppers of the system. But this is the thing. You're going to go through a lot of the pain and the grieving because you were promised a thing in the system. But now you're being forced out of the system and adopting spirituality. You're in the law of the land. That's good right there. You're in the law of the land. So you're birthing out new generations of children. Did you know that millennials and Xers, y'all are birthing out Z's, A's, and B's. So you're doing Generation Z, you're doing Generation Alpha, and you're doing Generation Beta all at the same time. Gen Zs are giving birth to the betas. There's a new age that's coming up the pipe. Alpha is bringing them in. Wake up. Get your heart right. Can y'all hear anything in the background? They doing our lawn service out there. There's a new turn of events. Does it make sense what I just said? There's a new Christ. And I'm not going to tell you what I really think is about to happen. I may have to, I don't know. It makes perfect sense. Thank you, Tara. It makes, I'm telling you, Z is end. They're done. This is the end of the 2000 years. That's the age of Pisces. 2100 years is how long an age is. 25,000 years is the whole equinox. The whole thing. But it's going backwards. So we're going Pisces and it's going into Aquarius. That's why I said, look and see how many humans occupy this planet. We're not the only, y'all know we're a hybrid. We're Homo sapiens. Like there was humans before Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve is the ushering in of a new. That was the birthing of the Homo sapien, in my opinion. But for them, there was another type of human. There was a list. I posted a list of Homo sapiens and Homo this and Homo. Like there were so many different humans before us. You weren't it. Stop thinking that humans as we are right now, that was the first one. No, there were plenty there. The planet has been here for millions of years. Millions. Like God didn't just wake up 2,000 years ago or 3,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago and say, let me just create this thing. That's the age. Christ, Jesus Christ was the beginning of Pisces, but there were ages before that. You got the Old Testament that had an age before. I want to say it was the age of Taurus. Taurus into Aries, like Aries into Taurus, I believe. Yeah, Aries and then Taurus. Yeah. And then Taurus into Aquarius. No, Pisces. I'm sorry. Pisces into Aquarius. Then you got Capricorn. See, we'll be long gone before Capricorn get here. We'll be out of here. This will be a new human. It'll be a new human. It'll be a human. They're already making this stuff. Like this is already happening, y'all. These. Anyway, I gotta go. Anyway, do what you want to do today. They want you to be scared. They want you to sit in the house. They want you to say, well, the indigenous people, they're staying in. And what you do, are you one of them? Are you indigent? Are you that? And if you say you are, then you need to be in tune. And if you say that you're gonna stay in. I want you to do what it is that you want to do. And if you want to go outside and see, go outside and see. Oh my God. No, I just want us to be aware that there are so many different facets. And when you go deeper and you start to understand the totality of who we are and understand that systems of this world need your energy of fear in order to run. And this is an energetic realm. This is an energetic realm. But Michael, we have to start depending on ourselves, right? But I just want us to start like thinking about there is more than just indoctrination. Indoctrination is to enslave the mind. That's one of the biggest things about knowing who you are, knowing what you want, and knowing that you are in a realm. This is a realm. The realm is the earth realm. Whether it's flat, whether it's round, whatever, I don't care. We're in a round. The planet is your home. The planet is where you are. This is your domain. Don't get to a place where your service and your worship is for the system. Your worship doesn't go to the system. They want you to worship it. That worship is reverence. You're reverencing, you're giving your allegiance to a system that's here to enslave your mind. That is not the way of God. That is the God of this system. The God of this system is the man. Is really, and I'm gonna go here. It's the European man. Do I need to go even deeper? No, I ain't gonna go deeper. It's the European man. That is the God of that realm. Do y'all not understand it? That's all that's gonna go. That's it. Mm-mm. Thieves have to go. There's some that are enlightening, and there are some that are understanding love and they're getting their hearts together. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I said don't get to a place where you feel like all of these certain amounts of people are mean and they need to go. No, that's not those. You got to get out of that. God is source in the land of the living, the land of the law, the Lord. The earth is the Lord's. The earth is source. It's sources. It's God's. And we're using the word God for language purposes, right? It's for the language that we understand as a supreme being. But we are a people that we're conquered people in the system. So if you're not evolving out of that system and learning how to live in the law of the land, the land of the living, if you're not learning how to evolve, you're going to always stay over there. Get to a place where you just speak it and it happens. Let me help you with this. Stop thinking that you have to do all this stuff in order to manifest. Stop thinking that you have to do all these things in order to that God is not pleased with me. Why would God not be pleased with you? Stop listening to that junk. Oh, I'm not worthy of God's love. Stop listening to that junk. Why would you not be worthy when God created you? Like don't you see how that don't make sense? Why would God create something and then not love it? It's indoctrination. I don't create a daughter and not like her. And I know there are some people that has a trauma situation and they went through trauma and they don't like their children because of their trauma and their issues and their hangups of a systematic process because they never evolved and they never let the past go. So they that's what I'm saying. She's absolutely made the main man systems crumble and be replaced with true love and empowerment. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I said, continue to build your business because you're going through a transition. But if you have children, teach them how to be creative. Creativity is the new age of the dominant power is intelligence. These children are going to have to learn how to use their mind because the jobs from 1950 going into 2050, these children are not going to have the same jobs that you had. You're trying to push your children to be lawyers and doctors and all this kind of stuff. Why can't they be holistic doctors? Why can't they be holistic practitioners? Why do they have to go to medical school? They don't have to. That's a system. Why can't you teach your children how to create herbal medicines in the kitchen? Why aren't you doing that? Mamas, the great mother. Some of y'all need to be praying. If you don't have any children right now, you need to be praying that God sends you a spiritual daughter or a spiritual son. You need to get some spiritual children. You need to start learning how to be a mother. Because when your babies come, you need to be already prepped. We don't do postpartum. Because when you have postpartum, that's a lot of that comes from depression because you ain't prepared. You're not prepared to be a mother. You're not prepared to give life. Start mentoring these children. So there's going to be a great, and I got in my stories. I put all that in my stories. Let me find it here. So the Great Awakening map, I've been having this map for a long time. And I send it to some of my friends, and they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, like I need this, I need this." But they call it the Great Awakening map with the great solar flash that's supposed to happen this year, and I feel like this is going to happen like either today or around today. But there is a lot of spiritual warfare that's going on, and a lot of stuff has already been happening through the years, because we started this transition and people really are trying so hard to hold on to people's fear and hold on to people's, like, it's just a hunger to keep people enslaved mentally, to keep their energy coming to them, because that's how they make money. That's how they keep power. It's not even about money, it's about power, right? Because the further you go up, when you look at the 13 families that rule over the Americas, the systems of the world, like your Rockefellers and your Rothschilds and all of them, like, it ain't about money with them. It's about just control. That's why the educational system is in effect. You, like doctors are trained to treat. They're not trained to cure. I'm sorry if you have somebody in your family, they're trained to treat. They're not trained to cure. Like, there are cures. So unless your children are going to be doctors that learn how to cure, they're going to be a part of the indoctrination system. Just FYI. The new earth is going to require cures. You need to get to a place where you can travel. You need to get to a place where you are not restricted. That's why I told y'all, get you a business where you can move around. If you need to get up and go somewhere for a month, you'll be able to do that with no issue. You need to be able to channel. You need to be able to have dreams. You need to be able to dream again and learn how to interpret your own dreams about what's coming. Be prepared to see different beings. Like, you need to get yourself in alignment. Stop worrying about your bills. Start commanding that your bills be paid, and commanding extra, commanding abundance. Get out of this basic necessity. Basic, I gotta pay the light bill. Like, get to a place where you're coming out of basic. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. I done said enough. I had to get this out to my clients and wrap this up. But this map, just type in the can y'all see that? I'm trying to get it out the light. Right there, right there. So get yourself together. Get yourself together. All right. I'm going on to work. I gotta do what I gotta do. And because I'm gonna be outside. I got my dress on, I got my orange on. I'm ready. I'm ready. Got my shades, and we're going on. I'll see y'all because the real work doesn't start today, it starts tomorrow. Okay. All right, y'all. Love you. Love you so much. Anoint yourself today, pray, and then get to work. All right. Take care. See y'all on the other side. Bye.